Hi, friends. How we doing today?
If your sheriff, who you love so much, was not removed from office, then until that time happened, I would not eat. 17 days later, I have not eaten yet. Good morning. My name is Reverend Hippie. My friends call me Rev. You folks can call me Sir. That's the appropriate title for someone who is your boss.
Whatever it is that's so important for him to just sit there and be balls deep in his friggin' little magazine that's showing, record. That's going to be another public records request right there. You guys are so stupid.
What do you want?
Dude, you just stop interrupting. Shut up. Just looking at that timer, man. You're just itching. You're such a coward, dude. You are a coward.
You are finished.
What's going on? It's Soliaker here. And I'm going to tell you, Okeechobee, I do not like them. They are, that chairman, David Hasselleaf, he's a piece of work. I really, truly hope that nobody votes these people back into office. I truly hope that it doesn't happen. But let's get into this video at this Chamber of Commerce or whatever it is. And hold on.
It looks good. I'll take that, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good morning. Again, I want to pass out our books that the Sheriff's Department has presented, all the awards and the things that are going on in our community, and have a good photo of the sheriff, and we appreciate him so much. So if you'll pass some down that way, Commissioner, you'll pass some down that way. And we'll open up for public comment. Okay, we have Hippie. I'm not going that far.
This is going to be tattoos and t-shirts. Links are in the description. Please go over there and give him a sub.
I'm not going that far.
I am ordained, sir.
Thomas, you want to start the clock, please?
Just a moment, sir. Whenever you're ready. Good morning. My name is Reverend Hippie. My friends call me Rev. You folks can call me Sir. That's the appropriate title for someone who is your boss. Some of you may recognize me from 17 days ago when I spoke in front of you for the first time. At that time, I explained to you folks that if your sheriff, who you love so much, was not removed from office, that until that time happened, I would not eat. 17 days later, I have not eaten yet. I took this from a man that is very important to me, and that was Cesar Chavez. Is anybody aware of Cesar Chavez? If you're not, he was a civil rights activist back in the 60s, that he also did hunger strikes. The longest one he did was 36 days. I'm 1 day away from halfway there, and I'm ready to go the full 36. But I would rather not. I'd like to eat. It would be nice. But I am a man of integrity. And when I said that I would not eat until this man is gone, I meant that. Apparently, it doesn't have any effect because you think he's a wonderful man. Mr. Hasselhoff, could you take a look at me anytime? Quit looking at your magazines. You have the worst attitude of any human being I've seen in a long time, sir. So until Sheriff Noel E. Stephen is removed from office, I will continue my hunger strike. Not only is he just a terrible sheriff, I watched an interview with the man the other night. He was 19 when he started his career here in Okeechobee County as a corrections officer, correct? And he became a tyrant from that moment. Your jail is full of bullies. Your county's full of garbage, Mr. Hasselhoff. God. You're the most disrespectful man I've ever met in my life. And I've dealt with murderers and rapists and child molesters. Wow, you're dung. The main reason I came here the last time was to speak out for...
Thank you for your comments.
Oh, boy.
We have Mike Taylor next.
Hi, friends. How we doing today? It's a beautiful morning. The weather's beautiful out today. Really enjoying it. I did make a records request, and whoever it was with the clerk, I want whatever knucklehead David Hasselhoff or whatever his name is, whatever it is that's so important for him to just sit there and be balls deep in his friggin' little magazine that's showing, record. That's going to be another public records request right there. I want whatever he's recording right now, I want that as well. You guys are so stupid.
What do you want?
Do you just stop interrupting? Shut up.
I think we'll order from...
This is one of the worst councils. I really appreciate you actually looking in my direction. I appreciate that. Even a city attorney. Maybe the city attorney addressed you about Cohen versus California that you didn't want to understand. Yeah. Smith v. City of Cumming. Yeah. All these things are rights that we have, and they've been delegated through court case after court case after court case. And yeah, David Hasselhoff. Yeah. Like, he's the most disrespectful. I hope nobody in this room votes for this guy, and especially the sheriff. The sheriff, oh, he likes to, what? He likes to have multiple partners and doesn't control his own friggin' department. He just lets his people go rogue. That's what it seems like. I'm only starting to scratch the surface on. I've been doing records requests. Just so the citizens know, the sheriff makes $185,000. $185K. But yet he's been in all these scandals. You guys got almost sued for $26 million, and you're lucky Dr. Khan didn't take that money. You're lucky. Because if it was me, I would have came after you for about $50 million after that scandal. You're just looking at that timer, man. You're just itching. You're such a coward, dude. You are a coward.
You are finished. That's the first warning. There'll be no more clapping, and the next time you will be removed.
Grant, and this is for methamphetamine task force federal grant, and that amount of the budget amendment is $30,558 to accept that grant. And we have another JAG grant, and this is to adopt Resolution 2025-07, and that budget amendment is for in the amount of $12,647. The next item is 1E, if people are following, is for a senior services grant, and this is the Emergency Home Energy Assistance Program Standard Agreement, and this is amendment number 1 with the Area Agency on Aging, and it is total amount of $25,696, which is an increase of $2,886 from the original funding.
Does this guy work for the city?
The next item, F,
Does this guy work for the city?
from the Fire Rescue Department, and this is for the purchase of one 2025 ambulance
I'm
chassis refurbished
being
and
honest.
remount of an existing
You don't know
ambulance.
either.
And this is what
Now, what she gave me is what the commissioner, the main chairman, was reading. And I really didn't care about the propaganda that he was reading. It was just the fact that it was just like, I had to poke jabs at it. But when I actually looked at it, oh, look at this. You've got douchebag, fat bag, likes to have a bunch of friggin' sex with a lot of different people at different times and create a bunch of drama. But their deputy chief, the deputy sheriff, well, look at his last name. Isn't that kind of ironic that he has the same last name as the chairman of Okeechobee? Leave your comment down below if you think there's some shenanigans going on with inside of Okeechobee. And after doing the editing, I found out that the sheriff appointed Mr. What's his name? I don't know if it's his son. I don't know if it's his friggin' cousin. All I know is that they share the same last name. And the sheriff appointed this deputy. He was just a normal deputy, and now he's the deputy chief. Do you see the circle? They got a little circle jerk going on, and it starts at that chairman, David Hasselleaf, or whatever his name is. Then it goes to Noel, friggin' the sheriff, and then you got the deputy sheriff. So you've got 3 people all in cahoots. If you don't think there's some shenanigans, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. I'm just saying this is all alleged, but I can put 2 and 2 together and I can come up with my own opinion.
Chief wouldn't have brought before, so the cost of this purchase to do the revision to $1,683.
Is this not the second one?
This is the second one. I apologize. So this is the second one. Thank you.
If we're saving
yes.
$200,000 on by
Yes.
refurbishing, yes, I think so.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the next item is Public Safety Department, and this is for the submission of E911 Spring Rural County Grant Program application for the maintenance cost for the Public Safety Answering Point known as PSAP in the amount of $122,996, and this is a term from May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026. Item 1H is a utility easement between the county and Florida Power.
Well, that cameraman, he was the weirdest guy. And I put out a video that just showed, how weird this guy was. I'll leave that link in the description. But this guy's extremely weird, and I was like, hey, anybody, if you know who this cameraman is, please email me, reach out to me, whichever way you can, and you did. So, this guy is not going to like this. And I believe his name is something, I'm just going to call him Fat Bag Mute at this point. You'll see all the names and all this stuff and all that good stuff. But I guess he has a TikTok. He's a huge bootlicker out in Okeechobee. He loves, I don't know where he's from. Don't really care to know where he's from. But this guy, basically, he just goes around sucking people's boot. He's got a Twitter, TikTok. You're going to see a whole bunch of pictures. Or I don't think it's TikTok. I think it's just Twitter. And he had a YouTube channel, but he's only got one video. Like, the guy is just weird. But anyway, I'm not trying to give him any fame. I'm just saying this guy's fucking weird. Extremely fucking weird. But that being said, I love you, Okeechobee, and I'll see you at the next meeting. And I will tell everybody on the next meeting, and I will try to put the link of the next meeting in the description box below. Please check it out. Please leave a comment. You know the deal. Don't forget, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button. It really does make a difference. And let's get this out there, not just for Warren Sapp, but let's get it out for all those people that are suffering in Okeechobee County. Because I promise you, there's probably a lot more stories soon to come about Okeechobee in all their bullshit. So, I'm going to get out of here. Solo Ecker, deuces.